Yeah. Today's book is called the Treasury. That's the book that I've just wrote. You know what I'm saying? It's a mathematics book wrote by Nikov Ng. You know what I'm saying? And it was edited by Mangwina. You know what I'm saying? This is a PSLE book. As you can see there, the acknowledgement there. I wish to personally thank Mr. A. Arnold Donkwe, Miss Ulitile, Miss K. Tsalaile, and Mr. K. Mbulawa for their contributions, suggestions, corrections, ideas, and other help in creating this book. I would also like to thank Ms. Ngwenya for editing this book. Finally, I would like to thank Batlokwa National School and Connect Tuition team for implementing this book with their students. Not forgetting Khosi did implement this book with their students. The latest editions will be out with the new book, you know what I'm saying? So this came about for me to write this book here. My student performance in mathematics was worrisome than any other subject because of their lowest average marks until I wrote this book that makes them aware of different questions that can be asked in a primary school leaving examination, in brackets PSLE, and the teaching techniques in solving mathematics problems. It all takes practice for a student to master this book, and a lot of questions are asked during examination. This will make a student to tackle the questions without much difficulties. The book consists of 200 questions from number 1 in bracket 1 still till 38 in bracket 38. Its summary notes of the subject and from number 39 till 200 mathematics problems. Note, this book must not be reproduced by any form without the consent of the author. Thus, no part of this book, including interior design, cover design, and design elements, may be used or reproduced in any manner whatsoever without the prior written permission, except in the case of brief quotations embroidered in critical article and reviews. This is the page 1 of the book, guys, even though it's written page 3 here. With the original book, yes, I'm advising you to go and buy it, get it from the stores. The Treasury Book. The first topic is about money. Like, guys, as you're already aware that our government doesn't actually teach us nothing about money, or the educational system that we have around here doesn't teach us anything about money. So I saw it wise that I start by teaching you about the money, especially the money of Africa and its currencies, you know what I'm saying? So this is the topic about the money itself. Money is any object that is generally accepted as payment for goods and services and repayment of debt in a given country or socio-economic context. The main function of money are distinguished as a medium of exchange, a unit of account, a store of value, and occasionally a standard of deferred payment. One rupee is equivalent to 100 paise. 1 rupee, this money is for India, as you are aware. 1 dinar, this is the symbol for dinar. 1 dinar is equivalent to 100 kwashis. For the example, you can find them at number 169 and 179. This number or the apostrophe, it means this hash, it means that you can find the example from this number. Money is being replaced by forms of money such as cryptocurrency, e.g. Bitcoin. Then we have the Cardano, we have Ethereum, a lot of them, the app. Those of you who know the app for XM, whatever app you are using, you are aware of this kind of cryptocurrency money. We can invest in gold or silver or oil when you are talking about money. It will depend how you want to invest or want to come up so that you get to learn and you get to make it in life. You know what I'm saying? You can still get going. Do the best you can do to make yourself great. You know what I'm saying? So to continue with this topic, NB, money is also called many other names like currency or cash, and the currency value and slogan differs in different in countries. Respect is something in life that is more valuable than money. Again, guys, you shall be aware about this term currency. Currency is like you're all aware that the money of United States in 1971, Nixon turned it into currency, meaning that it was worthless, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. So guys, there are three types of income which are as follows. So which are the following? Okay, number one, earned income, in brackets highest tax income. You are working for the money. For example, a job. In this kind of income, you are working for the money, you are working for the job. So it will be up to you whether you want to work for money or you want the money to work for you. For the money to work for you, you have to create businesses or companies. For the When you are working for the money, it means you are working for somebody, or you are working for salary or wage. You know what I'm saying? Or you are working for a job, or you are waiting for that salary after a certain period of time. For example, after a month, maybe a week, or just for that kind of job you have. For example, a piece job. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, we also have the second type of income, which is portfolio. Portfolio in bracket is also called capital gains. In this kind of in this type of income, you buy low and sell higher. You buy low and sell higher. For instance, you can buy something like potatoes cheap at about um, at about 2 dinar, and you get to sell them about 5 dinar or 4 dinar. You can maybe buy a car about 20 dinar, and you get to sell it about 60 dinar. It will depend where you have just exported the car from, you know what I'm saying? So that you get to have more profits, and you get to cover up all the intakes and the expenses of where you are keeping this car or you are selling these cars. Also to pay for employment, also to pay for the car or the transport which delivered the type of car that you have, you know what I'm saying? So it will depend how much you are selling that car after exportation, you know what I'm saying? Like most of these car dealers do to gain profit, you know what I'm saying? So that's it basically. That's the kind of example of capital gains. That's a portfolio. You buy low and you sell high. You also have the third, finally, we have this type of income which is called passive income, and it's also called cash flow. And this kind of income, it bypasses tax, you know what I'm saying? Meaning that people or investors or entrepreneurs, they don't get to be taxed in this kind of income, okay? So passive income, in brackets cash flow, which is not tax, and the rich doesn't work for a job but has assets that generate them income. Okay, for example, we can have for real estate. You know, note the government taxes on what you earn, taxes on what you buy, and taxes on what you own. Debts and taxes makes the poor and the middle class poor, but makes the rich wealthier. The rich are entrepreneurs and the poor are employees. Entrepreneurial is the mindset, skill set, and a set of rules. That's what you shall understand about entrepreneur itself. You know what I'm saying? So that everything could be easy for you to understand. You know what I'm saying? So right here we have a cash, an income statement and a cash flow statement. This is what you shall understand, and it was mostly taught or Robert Kiyosaki made us aware about this in a lot of different ways, so that everything could be clear to our minds about how the cash flows. You know what I'm saying? So this is how the cash flows. We have the income statement. This is the first block, where it's divided into two rectangles, and the first block here we have income divided by expenses. We also have balance sheet. The balance sheet is this one, which has liabilities on this side and asset this side. Okay, you can find it in the book of Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, if you want to know more about it. You know what I'm saying? So this is how it goes. Here we have assets and liabilities, like I said, and this is called a cash flow. Okay, so we have here we have a job, whereby we have uh, somebody will be working for a job, working for somebody, like working for a business. They will have this job, working for a job. After working for a job, what they get is income, or they might get what is called salary. Okay, they get this income in this block when it gets here, and it goes down and it goes to the block of expenses. Now it falls to the poor. So the poor, after they get paid that income, they use it on expenses. They have a poor habit of spending. All they know is spending, so they will spend all they have in this, and they get to spend. That's the expenses, and they lose all the money. They don't know nothing about investing. They don't even invest, and sometimes they will take their money and use it in irrelevant things that doesn't uplift their health or their minds. For instance, they will use the money in drugs and alcohol. That's it. That's the mindset of the poor. That's how they think. And some of them, they will spend the money on the rent and buy some clothes, then the food. That's it. They are living that way for the rest of their lives. They don't invest. They don't think about opening up a business. Nothing of that kind. So this this kind of class are the poor. You know what I'm saying? We also have for this ones the middle class. The middle class goes like this. The middle class, they goes like this. They start having the job, and they will have the income, or sometimes they will be having what they have invested in, a little they have invested in. So they start with income, unlike a job, and they will have liabilities, and mostly this kind of people, they will be working for the government, having a high tax job, fine, they will be getting paid a lot of money. For instance, getting paid about 2,000 dinar or 5,000 dinar, it will depend. But at the end of the day, this kind of income, when it comes for this middle class, when it comes down here, they use it a lot in liabilities. There are liabilities. For instance, they might think that is the house is an asset while it's just a liability. Okay, so a liability, the difference between a liability and an asset, you have to understand that the liabilities, they take money out of your pocket, while the assets put the money in your pocket. So after this income is received by the middle class, they use it on their liabilities, such as fixing the car, using the money on the petrol, paying the bills of the house, maybe paying the rent of the house, about like 2.5. This is where most of these people lose their money, and it becomes a waste. When they are trying to invest, they only invest in liabilities. Like, they will think their house is an asset when they invest in it or buy it, or they get to give out money every month, while they are only having the assets, or like they were only to realize that they are paying into liabilities, that this kind of house or cars, it's consuming their money, unless they are renting this house, or the car is being rented to make more money or generate more money. So from here, they take the money from liabilities, it goes to expenses. After expenses, what they will be paying for all of those, the expenses they have, what they want to use the money with, paying the school fees. Most of them, they will pay school fees for English medium, using this money with the English medium schools. Whatever school for you want your children to go, it will depend on what you want and how you value the government school, and how you value the government school, you know. But at the end of the day, they are all the same in terms of all these people between the English medium and the 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 private schools. They end up the students end up meeting at the same university, and you find that at the end of the day, nothing was different between the two students. They all know English the same very way. They get to make it. There's no difference whether the people who went to English medium, they are the best and they always make it. The ones who are hired, we can't compare the two, judging that between all of that. All we have to bear in our minds that all the students, they will always make a way out for them to make it. It depends to how they learn, between the schools, So that's it about the middle class and how they spend. Now we have the final, which is the rich. The rich are getting the money from the people who will be working for them. They will set up some businesses. The people who will be working for them, they just have, they start with the income. Them, they just receive the income. They don't start with a job, unlike the ones of the poor, unlike the one of the middle class, unlike the one of this level or this level. So the rich will start with income, like the money first, then the money goes into the assets, and the assets are things like they are things that puts money into your pockets. Remember, so the money comes into the asset, then from the asset, it goes out. Like, the assets generate money for this rich people. Okay, that's it. So that's it about the cash flow statement. It's called the cash flow statement. That's how the cash end up flowing, or this is how the cash gets to flow. And you have to understand all of this if you want to be rich, or if you want to be wealthy. That's it basically. We continue from here. We have we have uh, we have income. The definition of income itself, for you to for it to be clear to your mind. Income is money or some equivalent value. Income is money or some equivalent value that an individual or business receives. Usually it's exchanged for providing a good or service or through investing capital. Income is used to fund day-to-day expenditures. For individuals, income is most often received in the form of wages or salary. And B, you can create and work on your idea that you think the world is in need of, and you get paid for it. That's it. That's the best way you can invest in yourself to make yourself great. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I can advise most of you out there, and I can advise my students, and as I usually advise my students, and this is how it's supposed to be with the people here in the motherlands of Africa as we get to make it. You know what I'm saying? B, expenses, the costs occurred in or required for something. Like it means there's the cost, what you have spent in whatever you want, that's something, you get to buy whatever you want. It's part of the expense. That's it basically, based on the expenses. And it continues with liabilities. We have liabilities. Liabilities are things that a person or company owns, usually a sum of money. Okay? Liabilities are settled over time through the transfer of economic benefits, including money, goods, or services. Liabilities takes money out of your pocket. Example of liabilities include bank debt, okay, mortgage debt, money owned by suppliers, in brackets, accounts payable, wages owned, tax owned, okay. And B, note, liabilities are legal obligations or debts. What you own, legal obligations, it's in law, you are owing, you have to actually do what you gotta do to pay whatever you have to pay. And they fall under liabilities. We also have assets. D, assets. Assets are resource with economic value that an individual, corporation, or country owns or control with the expectation that they will provide a future benefit. Example of assets are cash, inventory, office equipment, investments, machinery, real estate, company owned vehicle. Okay, that's it basically. So it's clear as that. Those are the examples of assets, and it's up to you to see which kind of assets are you going to invest in so that you uplift yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's it basically. Keep on going about investing in yourself, and especially you must invest in your mind. You know what I'm saying? So that you can be the greatest of you as everything gets better with time. And indeed, you are the greatest of you. Liabilities takes money out of your pocket, while assets puts money in your pocket. In brackets, quote Robert Kiyosaki. Okay, that's it basically. This was the topic about money. Learn about money, know about money. The best thing you can do is to save. Save, 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 save. Not actually. I wasn't gonna say that. Like Robert Kiyosaki have said, you getting to save, it's useless this time around because your money is useless. It's useless, you know what I'm saying? It's best you get to make your money work for you. Straight away, get to invest. Again, don't just invest, get to invest in what you already know, or don't just invest in what you don't know. Invest in what you know, you know. Don't just invest just because other people told you that a certain thing will give you out money, so you just get to invest in it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I can say, guys. Be the best of you, make the best of you, be the greatest students, keep on going. It's never too late to be aware of many of these things as you get to read more books. There are many financial books out there, such as The Millionaire Next Door, Think and Grow Rich, The Science of Getting Rich. There are a lot of books about money out there. Get to figure them out if you really want to know about money or want to know more about money, so that you will know how money operates and you will get to have your own decisions, and you do the best you can do by implementing what you have just read. The problem with the people out there is that they don't take action. Get to take action and be the best of you, as you get to do the best you can do as everything gets better, and so that with time, you know what I'm saying? That's it, basically.